Wait for people to find this new one. My entire fucking YouTube app just crashed. Dutter. And now, the conclusion. Oh boy, what misfortune. I don't think it was deleted. Should still be there. It's probably just processing. Hey TJ, do this stream at a better time when I can think of the best questions. Alright. Fair enough. It was removed by user? What? Okay. Well, that sucks. Well, at least it was just a 20-minute stream, unless and not a fucking because I mean I've done these for like 2 hours before. If that happened with one of the ones that was like long like that, that would be pretty fucking lame. Removed by user? What? This stream should have been named Poping Motato. Yeah, dude. Fuck that shit. That's pretty gay. TJ, I've just finished watching every video you've ever recreated, and they're all great. Thank you. What was the best MODOK 10? Tell me! Tell me! I must know. What do you think about Kavanaugh? Everyone screams he's guilty, but haven't seen any evidence. I don't really feel like everyone's screaming he's guilty. I feel like a lot of people are screaming that he's innocent. I don't really understand how anyone can be so convinced one way or the other. Seems to me like it's kind of an open question. Anyway, I'm undecided. Redneck History of America is the one with the corn pones. You lying, said Abe. They're convinced because it would forward their political agenda. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it seems to me like everyone's just making their standard of truth. What supports what I want? All right, well, then that's the truth. It's like, okay, that's really not great, guys. That's not really very good critical thinking skills, in my opinion. But hey, you know, have at it. Have fun with that. He already settled with the SEC. Atheists' parents should have the government take their kids away from them. Yeah, okay. We got your shtick, dude. It's great. Good job. Good job, buddy. Will you have a horror movie marathon or anything on your channel in October? Maybe. I was thinking about doing a retrospective on the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I like those movies. Kavanaugh is lying. I can believe a lot of things, but a man in college in a fraternity in his 20s who says he's never blacked out while drinking beer? Bullshit. Yeah, I don't believe him on that. Several people have come forward and said, no, he was quite the partier and drinker. So I don't know why he's acting like he wasn't. I don't think that makes him a rapist. I mean, my standard for evidence of, like, did he drink in college? If a bunch of people say he did that, then, I'll easily just say, okay, yeah, he raped women in college. Oh, shit. Well, that's a pretty serious accusation. I'm going to have to withhold judgment on that one, Because, if he drank or not, I don't care. I don't care if he drinks now. Hi. You should revisit Swamp Ape. What do you mean revisit it? Musk pulled out of the deal with the SEC. I thought that he pulled out of an earlier deal, but settled for a new one just recently. But maybe he pulled out of that one too. I don't know. I haven't kept up. Last I read, which was only like a couple hours ago, he'd made a deal. Revisit Swamp Pep. Pepe. Okay. TJ drinks the TJ drank the liquid Ajax under the sink. I don't think I have any, sorry. I would if I did, but I don't, sorry. Stop rocking back and forth, you filthy pleb. Never. It's my trademark. Even if I didn't feel naturally inclined to do it, I still would, just out of fucking... to not subvert expectations. Why do you rock back and forth so much? Is this a flight or fight response? Yep. It's like I can't decide. First I come in for the fight, then I back away in flight. Then I come in for the fight, then I back away in flight, Why did you sound like you were about to cry in the DFF preview? Oh, shit. I explained it in that last stream that apparently got deleted. I was just having fun with it. I just thought it'd be cool. I've been watching a bunch of JonTron videos, and I kind of liked his character when he pretends to kind of be really, like, nervous and overwhelmed by things. So I was getting amused by that, and I kind of thought, that'd be fun. Do it like that. TJ, I really need to piss, but Scotty made me record the intro first. Okay. What? TJ only pushes down. True. The better question is, what's right with not killing? What? Hillary is good. Nope. Nope. Gotta disagree with you there, bud. That's good. Blobfish, yeah. They're pink. Good job. You identified it. Plot twist, Hillary is TJ's real mommy. Damn. That is mean. Hi, TJ. Hi, G Freeman 515. How are you this evening? Are you personally done with Trump? Like, what do you mean done with him? I believe I have to deal with at least 2 more years. Well, maybe not. Maybe enough Democrats will sweep in the midterms that they can impeach him. But I don't even think they'll do that, so fuck it. I think Cruz will probably win, but Beto does have a chance, so we'll see. I don't think Texas is quite there yet, but Beto's definitely opening some doors in Texas, regardless of whether or not he wins. The fact that he's able to give Cruz a run for his money is good. I mean, honestly, I like Beto's politics okay. He's not really like one of my favorite candidates or anything, but just to see Cruz be defeated would be nice. Because if there's ever been a more detestable man, I ain't seen him. Changed his name to Beto, and he did it with a grin. Why does Ted Cruz make such a big deal about Beto changing his name at one point? Like, his name was Robert O'Rourke, and he changed it to Beto O'Rourke. Like, so what? Oh, dude, if it came down to like a choice, like if somehow Cruz woke up tomorrow and he was like, oh, wow, I'm a fucking liberal now, and he ran against Trump, I'd vote for Trump. At first glance, it would seem that Brett lied about something trivial. How trivial is it really? To lie about something so obviously transparent to me speaks volumes in his credibility in general. Yeah, but I mean, like, think about being in his position of, yeah, this dude got drunk and raped some women. Oh, shit. And then you're asked, like, did you get blackout drunk in college? And if he says yes to that, then that gives credibility to the rape story. Because then he could say, well, yeah. And then he's like, how do you know you didn't rape her when you were blackout drunk then? And the only rational answer to that is, I guess I can't know that. And then he looks really bad. So he absolutely, like, the lie is like out of total necessity for him. Like, it's an understandable lie. I don't know. It does diminish his credibility, of course, to have to lie. He doesn't have to, but I can understand why he would, is what I'm saying. So, it's in his best interest not to say that he got blackout drunk in college, because the next question is going to be exactly how I described. The fact that Kavanaugh refused to have the FBI makes me think he is guilty. Do you agree? Not necessarily. I don't think that... I think that he's just trying to... He doesn't want his nomination process stalled, obviously. And a lot of what the Democrats are doing right now is a stalling tactic, because they want to prevent him, if possible, from assuming that seat. See if they can cast enough aspersion at him to make him too much of a political hot potato, so the Republicans won't approve his nomination. So, I mean, I think that he recognizes that the longer this process is drawn out, the more flaming turds are going to be lobbed in his direction. So, I don't think that it necessarily shows that he's guilty because he doesn't want there to be an investigation. Like, if I came to your house tomorrow and was like, hey, we're going to investigate you for rape, even if you know in your heart you'd never committed any rape, you're not going to want to be under fucking investigation. I mean, come on. No one wants to be fucking under investigation. So, I mean, I don't think that fucking shows shit. Why is he being questioned about blacking out in college? Who gives a fuck? He's being questioned about blacking out in college precisely to give people, like, the people trying to make the case against him want to make the case that maybe he got blackout drunk and did this horrible rape. So if they can show that he got blackout drunk and he didn't remember what he was doing, then he might not even remember raping the girl. So, or the girls, as now alleged. So, I mean, that's why it's relevant. That's why it's a question. When I black out, I just pass out. Well, when they're saying blackout, they don't mean, he collapsed. They just mean, like, you start to do things that you don't remember in the morning. That's what they mean by blackout. Maybe he knows the FBI will find some other skeletons in his closet. I mean, that's a very real possibility, too. Maybe he's innocent of that crime, but maybe they'd dig up other shit he did, I mean, I think it's important to remember that the FBI actually has conducted several background investigations on this guy already, so, if he didn't want to be investigated by them, he probably wouldn't have accepted the nomination in the first place. But obviously, they're going to be taking a closer look now. Give us the fourth scammer before you die. All right. I don't know what the fourth scammer is, but I'll try to find it for you. He is innocent. That woman was probably a paid actor, just like the Roy Moore case. Yep. Once again, Bob's got it all figured out, dude. I think Kavanaugh would be fine if he just quit now, but he's making it worse by staying. Well, I mean, it'd be pretty stupid to quit at this point when you're this close to being one of the most powerful people in the country. I mean, I think that he's probably going to pursue that doggedly until it just becomes an impossibility for him. So, I mean, I think that he'd rather deal with this shit and then become a Supreme Court justice at the end than just say, I can't handle this, I'm gone. I mean, odds are, after a week of precursor, I mean, like, the FBI investigation is not going to turn up evidence that he raped this bitch, okay, or any of these girls. So, at the end of it all, he's probably going to be confirmed, and if anything, the Democrats just made a fucking bad mistake by pissing this guy off and giving him a reason to have a vendetta against them. So, I don't know. I mean, not like he would have governed liberally anyway, or judged liberally. So, I don't know. I think that, I think it'd be pretty foolish for him to give up when he's almost certain to become get on the court. Yo, Coolman, what's up? How's it going? It's going good. YouTube deleted my fucking first stream tonight. That kind of sucked. But other than that, Going pretty good. This is about how far I got last time, too. Or maybe it was 15 minutes. I don't know. I'm 20 minutes in now. DFF meetup in Saudi Arabia. Oh, yeah. Coming. It's coming soon. No, I mean, it wasn't. It was just one of these bullshit live streams anyway, so. Why did they delete your stream? I don't know. I don't think it was like malice or anything. My YouTube app crashed. I opened it back up. Usually, even if it crashes, I can still go back to the same stream, but I noticed it wouldn't let me and I couldn't see it anywhere, so I was just like, okay, well, I'll just start a new stream then. And I figured that one would just do what it normally does, which is just process and then post. But then people told me that they said that they saw it was removed by user, which I did not do. So, whatever. Not a big deal. Just 20 minutes of rambling nonsense. Not like anything important or interesting happened. Do a DFF on Ram Ranch? What the fuck is Ram Ranch? Nothing of value was lost. I mean, really nothing was. Honestly, this stream has been better anyway because we've at least been able to talk about something of substance, even if it's just the Kavanaugh thing that everyone's been talking about. I mean, goddamn, it's been such a big news story, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess I do know why. It's important, but it's unusual to see America actually pay attention to something that matters. I kind of feel like maybe it's just the salacious element that's attracting them to it, but whatever. At least they're paying attention to who their next Supreme Court justice will be. Yeah, they only care because it's a sexual assault allegation. Well, at least they care. That's all I can say. At least they care. Cheese out of the fez? I must have missed that. What kind of porn should I look up? Goro Rule 34, dude. It's time for you to look at some Goro Rule 34. That's the ticket. Goro is so gross. Yeah, but he fuck good. Toasters Rule 34? I mean, I guess you could. I guess you could. Are traps gay, TJ? No comment, sir. No fucking comment. Potato 2, The Reckoning. I don't know why, but I feel like as of recently, I have been getting more and more existential depression. Is it just me? I feel like your videos might have something to do with it, but I love DFF. Help. Existential depression is cool. Don't worry about it. It's good for you. Not everything that's good for you feels good. But you have to go through this. If you survive this trial, you will come out stronger on the other end. Why is there rice in my bed? What the fuck? Did you sleep with a Chinese person? That could be it. I think we all need to recognize that. Where am I? I don't know. Where are you? Sucku Dicku. Yeah. Sucku Dicku. Sucku Dicku. A creationist told me Darwin admitted the Big Bang Theory was bullshit on his deathbed. That'd have been a feat, considering it wasn't even a theory then. Why do you have a Muslim beard? Shh. You don't need to talk about my beard. You need to talk about my faith. Don't mock my love of Allah. Kill you? No. It's way too much work. You're too far away. No. No, I said. Stop. Yeah, I'm planning on moving to the Middle East and becoming a fucking Muslim and shit. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna be a real super awesome Muslim. It's gonna be great. Atheist Muslim. How do you think Hitchens would have handled Peterson? I mean, if I knew that, that's how I'd handle him. Because I'm sure it's better than whatever I'm doing. But he's dead, so I don't have to worry about that competition. Allah snack bar, death to Antarctica. Jesus. Stop looking at me like that, TJ. No. I'm gonna look at you like that all night. There's nothing you can do about it. I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harikari Rock. I need scissors. 61. Good stuff. Thanks for the money. Ever clamp a staple remover to your nutsack, TJ? No, but I'm gonna go try it because it sounds pretty cool. Lol, Bob, get a job. Ha ha ha. Because job rhymes with Bob. What's your opinion on Steven Pinker? I like him. I think he's a smug prick, but he's usually right. Opinion on the new Bowser hentai, into Dragon Dick? I mean, I've seen it all over the place, so it's kind of neat. I like when there's a new smutty trend, but yeah, I'd be lying if I said it was my shit. Bowser hentai, lol, what the fuck? It's getting real popular, dude. Real fucking popular. I noticed the stupidest thing you write, the most likely it is to entertain TJ. Really? Cool. Maybe that's why I come back here so often. Do a DFF on life, the universe, and everything. I think we're slowly. If you could just consider all of our episodes that eventually we'll cover every topic in existence. Poop. Cool. Do a fat. That's easy. Boom. I'm done. I did it. Bread equals deep fat fried. That might be interesting. I don't know. I don't know the whole history of bread. Maybe there's interesting things about it. Or maybe it sucks. Come to Australia. We love you. All right. I'm on my way. I'm going to buy a ticket right now. DFF on bread, motherfucker. Bread. You got to DFF the breads. What's the furthest you've gone in SNM? It's not SNM, it's S and M, but I don't know. I don't know what would be considered furthest. DFF the alphabet? Nah. A is for asshole. B is for bitch. Straight out of the jug. Like a man. Like a fucking man. Other people don't understand. Gotta drink that milk like a man. TJ, I'm disappointed in you. Last time I asked if it's possible to to 11 the shoe, knowing that purple is not even Brazil, and you replied with a bunch of nonsense. Sad. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I tried my best, but I just wasn't smart. I'm probably just too stupid for that kind of high caliber intellectual question. It's just beyond my pay grade, dude. Beyond my motherfucking pay grade. It's beyond my pay grade. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Saw a clip of Gordon Ramsay saying deep fat fried, and it was glorious. Yeah, dude. Deep fat fried. Dun 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 dun. DFF hedonism. Cool, yeah. Let's do it. Hey, Salvador. You sleepy? I guess you can't really tell what he is with that stupid filter. Can't even really see him with that one. You're so dark, Sal. It's hard to see you. You're a good boy. Sorry, I think I missed some super chats there. Let's see. Okay, I saw that one, so I only missed this one. As a $5 tomato, sell me on the $10 tomato. Worth it. I mean, I think that it's worth it for a certain kind of fan who wants to come and talk to us in the Discord and who wants to really see the Flash Frieds live and be there in the chat and stuff. I mean, that's the main drawing point to that. And we do a few things for $10 patrons here or there that are just like bonuses and stuff. But I mean, you know, compared to the value of the $5, I think the $10 doesn't add like a huge, insane amount more. So it's really just for people who are just super fans who are really, really into the show and just want that little bit extra of a portion. I'd say the $5 is the buffet, and I think of more of like the $10. I mean, it's called the chef's table, but I think of it more as like dessert. So you've never found the Discord? Shouldn't be that hard. Yeah. How is Salvador and Mr. Whiskers doing? Well, my cat's name is not Mr. Whiskers, and I would never have a cat named Mr. Whiskers, so fuck you. But they're both just sleeping on this couch. He's right next to me. You can't fucking really see him because the fucking lighting is shit, but he's there. And the cat's over on the other side of the couch, and I know you wouldn't be able to see him. Another 24-hour stream win? Never. Or at least not anytime in the near future. Mr. Bigglesworth. TJ, I'm scared I am a sociopath. If I am, I think I'm going to kill myself. But I don't think I could ever go through with it. What should I do? I can just tell from that question that you're not a sociopath, so don't worry about it anymore. How dare you assume the cat's identity, lol. Oh shit. Would you kick me out if I come to the next meetup and attempt to convert you to Christianity? No. Yeah, no one who's a sociopath is going to be like, "Oh my god, I'm a sociopath. This is bad, man." You're not, don't worry. TJ, what did you do between dropping out of high school and YouTube? I met a woman and I went to move in with her, and I lived there for a little while. Then I worked for my dad and I started writing, mostly fiction. I wrote a bunch of short stories. I wrote some essays, and then when YouTube started to become a thing, I thought I'd try that out, and then I did that. Yeah, I had a really, insanely brief stint at IHOP. What have you written essays on? I don't know, just various topics, I guess. Didn't you work at an office during that time? Yeah. I worked for my dad at an office. Wait a minute. I've been really scared lately because my mom has always said I remind her of the Aurora shooter and say I look like an evil freak, and I've always been a black sheep. To me, it sounds like you don't really have a problem beyond your mom being a cunt. So I think you just need to get away from that bitch whenever you can, because that sounds like she might be the sociopath in that equation, dude. That bitch sounds every flavor of crazy. Hey TJ, should I go see my dying grandma? I mean, I don't know. That's up to you. I'm not going to decide what sort of things you should do on that level. I don't know what your relationship is to her.
Sociopath equals emotionally incapacitated, not mentally. Good quality to have in business leadership positions, unfortunately. I mean, it's a good quality to have in leaders in general because, um, like military leaders, business leaders, whatever, because people who don't really have a whole lot of empathy for other human beings are pretty good at firing people who need firing, stepping on people who need stepping on, not giving someone a second chance just because you feel bad for them. The kind of mistakes that, most people make because they feel bad and they don't want to do something to hurt another person. Sometimes you need someone who's just a ruthless prick. But yeah, I've never been too good at it. I have no empathy for cheese. Well, then you're a fucking monster. Why do you do streams when only people in China are awake? I don't know. I guess I'm just a night person, so. Shit. Stream went down for a second. I missed a super chat. Shit. Release all your poems in book format. All right. I did it once a long ass time ago. I think it was on like Lulu or something. It might even still be there. Why is it so hard to be motivated? I don't know. Vigilant Christian Mario deleted all of his YouTube videos. Yeah, I saw. Pretty wild. What's my favorite liquor? Probably Jack Daniels. How often do you have to scrape resin, TJ? Well, thankfully I haven't had to do that in a long time. Vigilant Christian is right about his views of the government. Oh, damn it, that's Bob Bob again. Fucking Bob Bob, dude. Stop. If Venom Fang X ever makes a comeback, will you debate him? Sure. I don't care. He's kind of boring though. For a while, he had like this sort of "I'm so stupid that it's interesting" charm, but now it just doesn't. Eh, just doesn't click like it used to. Is your main channel shadow banned? Not to my knowledge. Do people actually get high from scraping resin, or is it just a ritual desperate stoners do to emulate the real deal? No, you can get really fucked up on resin. It's actually usually it's easier to get high on it than it is on weed, honestly. But it's real nasty to smoke. Yeah, you get high on resin. You get high as shit on resin. There's all kinds of THC and shit in there. Yeah, resin's super potent, but it's not pleasant to smoke at all. It's quite hideous. Tastes bad. Feels bad. Not raisins. Raisins. Shit, dude. Come on. Come on. You can't be that naive. Yeah, I've seen people scrape a bunch of resin off of various pipes and roll it all into a big fucking giant ball and then smoke it. Anything for the high. Oh, yeah. What do you hink of cocaine? I don't hink much of it. How do you smoke a ball? You just put it in a bowl, like a weed bowl. You just smoke it in a pipe. It basically melts again, but it'll catch on fire and you just smoke it. Returd. Resin is terrible for you too. Yeah, that's for sure. Why not? Oh. Do you feel there is still a place for a new YouTube, or are my dreams of Granger dead at arrival? How do I feel the markets up for new elevations? What? I feel really bad because it's a $5 super chat and I want to try to answer that question, but I don't think I understand. Yeah, I don't know. Try again, man. I want to answer your question, but I honestly do not understand. Let me just read it again here. Let me try to figure this out. So, first sentence, I guess it's all just one run-on sentence, but let's see. Do you feel there is still a place for a new YouTube? A new YouTube? Like a new YouTuber? Is that what he's trying to ask? Or are my dreams of Granger dead at arrival? I don't know what the fuck Granger is. It seems like he might be trying to say grandeur, but that doesn't really make any more sense. Somehow I feel the market's up for new elevations? Is this just like subtle trolling, or is this like English is my 19th language, or I don't know what you're trying to ask, buddy, but thanks for the $5. I do appreciate it. He's asking if he has a shot at being a YouTuber. He's probably high or drunk. He means a new YouTube platform. There's not even agreement on what he means in the fucking chat. I think he's trying to ask if he could still make it as a YouTuber, but I don't know if that's what he's asking or not. I'm not gonna presume because I don't know for sure. Oh, you think he's trying to say somehow I feel the market's up for new innovations? No, because there was. I mean, that's I don't know. It's just you have to replace so many words he said in that sentence to make it make sense. That you could just play fucking Delusions of Grandeur. Yeah. Show it. I mean, it's just you have to scroll up. I don't know how to show it. It's like breaking the fucking Da Vinci Code. I love Kidding. It's a good show. At least so far. I mean, there's only 3 episodes, but this is like Pictionary. Yeah, I wish he would have like stuck around and explained it. Because I mean, I'd totally be willing to try to answer that. but he's gonna need to try again and like really proofread a little harder next time. um, I think that the real strength of he left because he felt insulted. I mean, I wasn't even trying to insult him. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck he's saying. I feel stupid as fuck. 2 a.m. vocabulary on Google autocorrect is fucking gay. I was asking, could there be a new YouTube video platform? I'm sorry, a new video platform like YouTube in the future. Okay, so that's what he's asking. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of YouTube alternatives that are gaining some traction right now. Like, BitChute and DTube and, some stuff like that. But, like, the real problem is that a lot of the people that want to use something like that are people that get kicked off of YouTube or who know that their content wouldn't be welcome on YouTube, and unfortunately a lot of that is just like really extremist shit. So the websites that don't censor those people tend to just attract a lot of radicals and extremists, usually like a lot of like alt-right types. And the unfortunate result of that is that the sites kind of repel the vast majority of people, and that's always going to be a problem. It's kind of weird because I thought that I really thought that when like that guy with the glasses was a thing and like the Channel Awesome stuff, like it seemed to me like the big thing was going to be, here's a bunch of specifically this kind of content on a website, or here's a bunch of creators that are very similar that have teamed up over here, over there, and it just went totally away from that direction. But I don't know. It seems to me like that would work, or that should work better. But it doesn't seem to be like that's not how it's played out. But I don't know. Maybe that idea could be retooled. Yeah, Channel Awesome went from being a family of content creators into solely the Nostalgia Critic channel. Yeah, it's like regressed. It's regressed back to just the core group of people who were doing it. I mean, I never really watched any of the other creators on there anyway, other than Nostalgia Critic, but I know that a lot of people did. This is boring and sucks. Well, then fuck off. Like, here, let me help you. There you go. I'm helping you seek out new entertainment options. I felt like maybe, I mean, Channel Awesome obviously made a lot of mistakes. Doug Walker selling the intellectual property rights of his character to some shady dude that walked up to him and said, "Hey, sell me your intellectual property rights, bitch." It's like, why was that a good idea again? Yeah, I just can't imagine anyone coming to me and being like, "Sell me the rights to the Amazing Atheist as a character," and me being like, "Sure." I don't see that ever being a problem in the future.
Any videos you've watched multiple times of Channel Awesome? I've probably seen every Nostalgia Critic video at least a few times. Like, probably more than twice a piece at this point. And there's a shit ton of them. Some of them are actually pretty hard to find. There's so many. How many AVGN vids have I watched? I've watched all of them. I've seen every Angry Video Game Nerd video. I've seen every Nostalgia Critic video. I'm working on seeing every JonTron video at this point. Is the Amazing Atheist a character, or are you like that in real life? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm really inspired by a lot of these people who work a lot of skits and stuff into their videos, but I've never really done that too much. It's not like I never do it, but not often. You should do it more. Yeah, I mean, I did it in the Cold Pockets video, and people seem to like it. Just weird, like, I never think to write out that kind of stuff when I'm coming up with a video. You know, I was thinking about doing a series where I was going to give, like, sort of a Nostalgia Critic-esque treatment to the worst episodes of Star Trek. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually do it. Please do that. And when I say a Nostalgia Critic treatment, I mean more like classic Nostalgia Critic. I don't mean like the new shit. More like what he did, not when he first started, but around like 2 or 3 years into his career, the kind of videos he was making. You seem pretty cyclical. Would you be happier if you were more like Mr. Rogers or Bob Marley? I don't really understand the question. What's your opinion on iDubbbz? I've seen 4 iDubbbz videos, maybe 5. He always seems funny, but I haven't taken a plunge. Doug Walker is so dorky and cringy now. Stopped watching him 2 years ago. I still watch. If they make another Channel Awesome film, you should play The Last Jedi Luke Skywalker character. That would be the coolest anniversary film. There's no one really left to make a film with. Everyone's left. Unless Doug was somehow able to win them back over, which at this point the acrimony seems too strong for that to be possible. Doug Walker's new videos bore me to death. Well, let's take a look. Let's just take a fucking look. Because I've watched them all. I could tell you my opinions on each one.
Where's my fucking remote? If I can find the remote, I'll do this. God damn it. Salvador, you sitting on the remote, buddy? You sitting on the remote? Salvador. Get up. Oh. Yeah, you just go over there now. Where the fuck is the remote? The eternal struggle, dude. Nope. Ah, there it is. Let's fucking do this, huh? Give me a second. I'm putting it together. Channel. Fuck, man. I need a better way to do this. Okay. So let's zoom in here. Fuck. Grading cartoon show intros. Nostalgia Critic. I watched that. There really wasn't a lot of jokes in it. There were some interesting observations about the intros and stuff. But, I mean, overall, it kind of came across like filler more than something that was, like, well done. Rise of the Silver Surfer. I remember it being a pretty middle-of-the-road Nostalgia Critic review. I can't remember any specific bits from it or what I laughed at or anything, but it was pretty amusing for the time. The Big Fat Liar one. Yeah, this one doesn't really stand out too much in my mind either. It wasn't really bad, wasn't really good. The Freddy Got Fingered review I really liked. I think he did a really good job on that. He did this kind of sort of like satire of No Country for Old Men, which I don't know how it fit into the Freddy Got Fingered review, but it seemed to work. So, Old versus New, Teen Titans. He was kind of an apologist for the Teen Titans Go show, but whatever. I think he at least made a decent case for it compared to what I would have done, which is just savage it. But, you know, everyone's done that. That has anything to say about it. Ghostbusters 2. This was a pretty good review. Obviously, it's not as bad as the new Ghostbusters, but there was some pretty cool shit in there. He did a pretty fucking good explanation of why the movie sucked. Like, this is one of his better ones from the standpoint of criticism. This one kind of sucked. Just because I'm kind of tired of hearing about the Ninja Turtles. Doom, I think he could have done more with it, but he got the central criticisms right. I actually didn't see the entirety of this one. I just caught the end of it when my girlfriend was watching it. You know, I don't think I actually watched this one. That's pretty crazy. I must have. I think I missed a few actually around this period. Yeah, I saw this. This one was really good. It was pretty comprehensive. I like when he looks at a whole block of programming. Yeah, dude, that was a terrible movie. I mean, I think anyone could have just shown clips from that movie and been like, "This sucks," and I would have laughed because it just does. Fundamentally, that movie is fucking awful. I don't think I watched this one actually. So there actually are a few of the more recent ones that I haven't seen yet. I guess I thought I was pretty much caught up, but there are a few on here that I didn't see. Oh my god, The Spirit is fucking terrible. But this review, that one was pretty good. I'm gonna kind of just go through and say good or bad for him. Good. The Scooby Doo thing is kind of running out of steam. I don't think that was worth doing. Yeah, he absolutely had to do that, and that was good. I saw this one. I don't really remember it. That means it probably wasn't that great. This one was good. This one was good. This one was really good. I really like this one because I hated that fucking movie. I mean, I liked it on some levels, but man. So this is another one I haven't seen. He shouldn't have bothered with this. I think it's just because he had a big hit with reviewing the first movie. I don't think he should have bothered looking at this sequel. That one was good. He's done a good job with all of the Chipmunks movies that he's reviewed. This Love Letter to Freakazoid was pretty good, although his positive reviews never are as fun. I don't think Batman Forever was worth doing because he'd already done Batman and Robin, which is way worse. Don't really remember this one. I know I did watch it, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like probably something like 25 to 30% of these are still really good, and then another 25 to 30% are pretty decent, and then the other, say, half are kind of just like meh. But that's pretty decent, I think, for a content creator, especially one that's been around for so long. Chicken Little is a god-awful movie. Why am I obsessed with Doug Walker? I don't know. He was a major inspiration for me. He was kind of the first person I saw trying to take YouTube videos to the next level. Because really, in the beginning, it was all just kind of people ranting, and he started like that, but he started incorporating more and more into his videos and trying to up the theatricality. It was like him and AVGN were the big pioneers of that, so I have tremendous respect for both those guys. You know, I think anyone who came up in YouTube around that time, you know, has to have some kind of begrudging respect for those dudes who were, you know, super big on the platform. Although both of them kind of had to find alternate homes for a while because YouTube was so weird about copyright at that time. Yeah, I think the influence of Doug Walker on my style is probably a lot more apparent in earlier videos. Because obviously, you know, you start off getting inspired by somebody and you begin by emulating what they do. And then eventually you get your own bag of tricks and start doing your own thing. But yeah, I feel like he was a pretty big inspiration, especially early on. Hey TJ, Christmas with a capital C is a terrible Christian movie with an evil atheist. It might be good for a Patreon perk. That sounds fun.
Just the name alone makes me think that sounds good, and then the fact that there's some kind of evil atheist character sounds extra fun. I always love evil atheist characters in Christian movies. Abandon hope for patrons win tomorrow night. How can you hate something that doesn't exist? What do you mean? No, I've never met Doug Walker in person. Aw, it's patrons only? Yeah, but I'm still going to release clips from it to the main channel. So, don't worry. You'll see all the best stuff. Or you could just become a patron. You could do that too. Why do you think so many young Hispanics are leaving Christianity? Probably for the same reason so many young white people are leaving Christianity. Because it's fucking lame. What am I wearing? I am wearing a shirt and a hat and some jeans and shoes and socks and underwear. But what's the brand? I don't fucking know. Heb. $1. Cool. Just how long have you been watching, TJ? Watching what? Please criticize Stefan Molyneux. Much like Jordan Peterson, his cultists need a reality check. Yeah, but he's kind of protected by the fact that everything he does is like an hour long. You know? It's like, fuck, I don't even want to deal with that. He thwarts me with his laziness. Or wait, he thwarts me with my laziness by making really long shit. I don't want to watch all that. Besides, we tore apart his shit all the time back in the Drunken Peasants days. So, whatever. I feel like he's been addressed. I don't see the point in beating a dead horse. That was one of the things I hated about doing DP is we always covered the same fucking assholes over and over again. You know, I can do a few rounds with somebody, but I mean, after a certain point, it just becomes fucking superfluous. Like, you know, I was doing some pretty cool shit with Ben Shapiro, but I've kind of reached a point even with him where I'm like, I've done him. I've fucking figured out the Ben Shapiro shtick. Just like I feel like I figured out the Jordan Peterson shtick. You know, I can make a million videos till the end of time being like, he's a fucking moron. Boo. But, That's not to say I'll never revisit it, but You know, after I've done 3 or 4 videos on somebody, it's like, all right, moving on. Moving on. Moving on up to the east side. Did Hunter Avalone reach out to you after your last video on him? What do you think? Still watching Secular Talk? Yep. Yes, indeed, I am. Probably one of the few YouTubers I actively watch, so, yep. I respect Kyle, but his face annoys me, so I don't watch him. All right, well, you know, you could just listen. I don't really care. I don't really watch Kyle because he's smart, because there's plenty of smart people on YouTube, you know, on all sides of all issues. There's some pretty intelligent advocates who can construct decent arguments and think cleverly and all that. The thing that really attracts me to Kyle's videos is the even-handedness and the fairness, and when he is biased, he's upfront about it. You know, I just feel like he's a very rigorously principled person, so I like that. Even if I don't agree with Kyle, I always respect his opinion, because I can tell it's genuine, and I can tell it's not self-serving, and that he doesn't just, you know, he doesn't do what all these other people do all over the place, which is treat truth as a plaything, which is just believe whatever supports what they think and disregard everything that goes against their narrative. He actually adapts his narrative based on evidence, which you'd think would be a common thing, but it's pretty sorely lacking. So that's what I like about him. I farted in my diaper and some poop came out. Jimmy Dore sucks. Are you going to go back to doing these streams on a PC? Nah. It's too much of a pain in the ass. Go to bed, TJ. I'm not even remotely tired. Dore was good on Rogan. Maybe. I didn't watch it. What time is it where you live? 1:45 a.m. I think only neoliberals like AIU hate Kyle. AIU just hates everybody. I don't think that there's anyone he likes other than himself. Does Kyle overreact in his hatred toward Trump? No. I don't think so.
Kyle will actually defend Trump occasionally. And he thinks that most of the mainstream Democratic Party attacks against Trump are kind of lame. No, I think Kyle's a pretty fair-minded dude. I mean, he is liberal and he is biased, but he doesn't come across as being religious about it like some people. Do I consider myself fair-minded? Not as much as him. I have an idea for DFF, Bill O'Reilly versus Rush Limbaugh, Battle of the Blowhards. They both have really messed up pasts, so it could be fun. It's not a bad idea. Is there anything about Trump you don't like? Think very hard. I don't like the fact that he's a retard. I mean, Trump's politics are not my politics. If they were, maybe I'd like him. I don't know. I think he can definitely be an entertaining guy, so odds are if he was spouting my talking points, I'd be like, yeah, go Trump. So, but he's not, so. I meant, is there anything about Trump you do like? Is that what you asked? Let me go check. You said don't, so that was your fault, not mine. Is there anything about Trump I like? Yeah, sure. I mean, he obviously is adept at mass psychology. I don't know if he actually has any sort of intellectual recognition of the techniques he's employing, or if he just happens to have natural crowd charisma. But he certainly knows how to play a room. I was watching his speech in was it Virginia? Where was it? West Virginia, I think it was. And he was talking about being presidential. And he said, yeah, I mean, I could be presidential if I wanted, but if I did, there wouldn't be 10,000 people here. There'd be 200. Obviously taking a pot shot at Hillary, but he was making a good point. I mean, no one wants the polished politician anymore. No one wants the, I am carefully considering my position right now. People want someone who speaks from the fucking heart. And whether Trump does that or just appears to do that, he's obviously got an ability to captivate people. And even the people who hate him seem to obsessively talk about him and allow themselves to be preoccupied with thoughts of him. So he's obviously a great marketer. So yeah, I think that's a natural talent of his, and it's interesting. I think it's a positive attribute. I wish he used it for good instead of evil, but that's just me. Am I at peace with death? No. Absolutely not. How is that documentary? Oh, I guess it was already on. We go black and white. How about silver screen? There we go. Death is just a part of life. Well, lots of things are just a part of life. That doesn't mean I have to like them. The fucking hemorrhoid clawing away at my asshole is just a part of life too, but I ain't too keen on it. I don't like it. Why aren't I at peace with it? Because I don't want to die. I want to live forever. I don't want to not exist. I mean, whatever it is, what it is. There's nothing I can do to change it. Can't put no cream on death. You can't put no cream on it. You got that death cream. Who's your favorite conservative YouTuber? The guy does not identify as conservative, but I consider him conservative. He's definitely conservative compared to me, but I don't really watch a whole hell of a lot, but I do occasionally watch a Styx Hexenhammer video, and he strikes me as an interesting guy. Uh, I definitely feel like he's way to the right of me, but I can respect his intellectual honesty. I feel like he kind of has a little bit of the same thing Kyle Kalinske has, but just in the other direction. A sort of fair mindedness. Uh, that being said, I disagree with a hell of a lot of what he says, but it doesn't seem like he's putting it forth from a position of dishonesty, at least. So. Doesn't Styx hate you? Lol. I don't really know. What do you and Hunter Avalone agree on at least? I don't know. I don't watch that shit. TJ, how will humans become extinct? I don't know. Probably through our own invention. No, I gave up on wrestling. Maybe I'll revisit it in 10 years or so. I kind of stopped watching and kept telling myself, I'll just watch WrestleMania. But then WrestleMania came and went, and I was just like, eh. So I just didn't bother. I'm just like, I guess I'm just done with this. I'd still maybe go to a live wrestling show because it's a lot more fun to see it live. Have you ever thought about working with any mainstream YouTubers? I don't even know who that would be at this point. Would you ever go on the H3H3 podcast? I don't know. I've never watched it, so I don't even really understand it or understand what it is. It seems kind of like a Joe Rogan clone, but without Joe Rogan. So I don't know. Is Joe Rogan really 4'8"? No, he's definitely taller than that. He's got to be at least 5'8". I think he was like 5'8", 5'9". Do DMT with Joe Rogan. Yeah, that'd be cool. You're like a giant, right? Oh, no, I'm not a giant. I'm pretty tall, but I'm not a giant. I'd be a giant, though, if someone gave me the opportunity. If someone's like, hey, TJ, I want to be 7 feet tall, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. But I'm not that tall. I'm 6'6", or maybe 6'5". Not quite sure where I fall, but I'm around there. Who's your favorite superhero? Um, Fuck, I don't know. Batman, I guess. I want a TJ content cop. Okay. I don't know what that means. Was Pat Condell right wing before it was trendy? Oh, yeah, absolutely. He was better at it, too, than most of these new ones. He could give a fucking crazy firebrand speech, dude. He just plowed through. He was a great writer. Batman is a millionaire who beats up mentally ill people. I mean, Batman himself is mentally ill, so I don't know if it. I think it's just a crazy dude in a costume beating up other crazy dudes in costumes. Jesus said it, but Rogan really does speak fondly of you, lol. Of course he does. I'm a likable person. I feel like I have a better likability in person. I don't feel like I'm as charismatic in person, but I think I'm more likable in person. Joe Rogan is pretty cool. I love how Ben Shapiro won't bring up that our current system of healthcare costs 34 trillion when he's talking about Bernie's plan that costs 32 trillion. I mean, all the conservatives do that though. They're like his plan will cost 32 trillion dollars over 10 years. And people are like, "Oh, 32 trillion dollars." And it's like, our current plan actually costs more. That plan's going to save money. Nuh-uh. You're a liar. Oh my god, I hate it. The dishonesty, man. What do you think of the 48 Laws of Power, TJ? Um, I listened to the audiobook of 48 Laws of Power, and like several of them contradict each other, first of all, so that's a problem. Um, and I mean, like, it seems like the evidence for all of them is just purely anecdotal, and that every fucking chat, every rule he tells you, it feels like there's a million exceptions to it. So I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting book, but more for the historical anecdotes than any sort of validity to the system it creates. But whatever. I mean, I kind of treat it like I treat anything else. If you find an idea useful, use it. If you don't, then just ignore it. Real powerful people don't need guidelines. That's another thing, is like so much of it seemed to be about sucking up to people in power and kind of rising within some sort of hierarchy. And I feel like most truly powerful people just say, fuck this hierarchy. I'm gonna create my own hierarchy with me at the top. That's what real power does. It doesn't fucking climb the corporate ladder. So it kind of seemed like it was sort of like 48 rules to achieve power as a sniveling underling to someone who's truly powerful. But whatever, it's a decent book. It really is. I just don't know if I'd take it too seriously as rules. Why are there's so many people who write and come up with these dumbass rules for things like, oh yeah, you follow these rules, you're gonna get this, or you're gonna achieve that, or you're gonna be this way or that way, and it's like, you know, people don't achieve those things by coming up with some stupid system of guidelines that's gonna get them there. They're motivated by what's inside them, not some external rule book. If I was going to write a rule book, it would be one rule, which is break the rules, including this one. TJ, has your father/mother ever busted you beating off? Nope. Like, say, 12 rules for life? Yeah, exactly like that. Here's the rules. It's like, fuck you. You don't get to make rules. You're not my boss. You're not an authority figure. Actually, Aleister Crowley already came up with it long ago, over 100 years ago. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. He was probably right. Are you emo today? Am I? I don't know. I don't feel like I am. How? Didn't you jack it like 8 times a day when you hit puberty? Yeah, but I knew how to lock a fucking door. Are you still going to do your book, or is JP tired at this point? I don't even think I've mentioned him in the last 3 chapters. Maybe I have in passing, but he's not really what the book is about. My book is written not as a direct response to his book, but just as a contrasting philosophy of life. If God was real and gave you a choice, ton him a D? What? Ton him a D? I don't know what that means. Sorry. I just remember the George Carlin shtick on self-help books. It's like, first of all, how can it be self-help if it's coming from someone else? If you did it yourself, you didn't need help. And also, life is not that hard. You wake up, you have a few meals, you take a shit, you go to work. I mean, it's like, whatever. It's not that hard. It's pretty fucking easy. For someone like me who is just getting into politics, what would be the best course of action to take for a Bernie presidency? Vote or donations? Well, I mean, Bernie Sanders. If Bernie Sanders decides to run again, he'll need both of those things, obviously. Have you ever done clickbait, TJ? I don't know. It depends on how you define clickbait. To me, clickbait is something that you click on it and it doesn't deliver on what it says it's going to give you. As long as it does give you what it says, then Bernie Sanders says he's not running again. Well, then, whatever. Then you don't even have to worry about it. Be right back. Don't leave. You disagree with me all the time on what? Whenever someone tells me they disagree with me, I'm always like, I disagree with you, but I still like you. It's like, okay, well, that's cool, but what do you disagree with me on? I mean, quit teasing me. Tell me what the fuck the disagreement is so I can correct you. Oh, the size of the state, huh? Small government guy, huh? Fair enough. This thing of chocolate milk was full at the beginning of the day. Now it's nearly empty. How many calories is that? That's probably too many calories. Is it from Cabin Boys? Yeah. Chocolate milk at Cabin Boys, dude. Fucking classic. Sounds gay. Stop disliking Razor Fist. I really don't, though. I don't even think about him until someone brings him up. If God was real and told you to believe in him and serve him, hold on, or go to hell, what would you do? Guess I'd be going to hell. Do you not like your audience? I don't really know. I mean, whether or not I like them would be on an individual basis. I'd have to sit down with everybody and meet them and talk to them and look them in the eye and shit. So, I mean, in a general sense, I like them. But, whatever. I've met people from my audience, and I feel like I've liked most of the ones I've met, so yeah. to me, I mean, like, you're really just, if God is real, you're really just choosing between two different hells at that point, and only in one of them do you have to constantly suck up to some narcissistic fucking deity. So send me to hell. I'd rather go to hell and be defiant against that piece of shit. If his idea of bliss is sitting around worshiping him forever, then he can suck my fucking dick. Have you ever hated a fan in person? No. You said one time that you would serve God if he appeared to you out of fear of going to hell. Now you say you wouldn't. You're contradicting yourself. Nah, I just changed my attitude. I'm beyond giving a fuck now. I was thinking earlier about the show Hannity and Colmes. Does anyone remember back when Alan Colmes was on Hannity's show? You gotta be a little bit old to remember it, but it was a cool concept, you know, have a liberal guy and a conservative guy look at all the news of the day. Now, it kind of sucked because, you know, because Colmes sucked really bad. I mean, Hannity sucks too, but at least he's got that conservative charisma. Alan Colmes was just like a little Weasley bitch that sucked. But I thought that concept would be cool if there was like a Kyle Kalinske and Styx Hexenhammer show, you know, where they looked at the news together and argued about shit. Isn't religion just a way of explaining the brain? I guess. I mean, it's a way of explaining a lot of things without really explaining them. Hannity and Kalinske would have been some shit to see. Oh, that would have been beautiful. That would have been fucking beautiful. That would still be beautiful. Welcome back to the Hannity and Kalinske show. TJ, please keep this secret between you and me, but how can I break my habit of fiddling with my genitals? All the rubbing and pulling makes it sore. Just between you and me, I don't know, dude. Just, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe put Tabasco on your hands so that it hurts if you touch your dick, like immediately. But I guess if the soreness isn't dissuading you, then you probably won't be dissuaded by that either. Oh yeah, chastity device, dude. What am I thinking? Get yourself one of them little chastity devices and get some crazy dominatrix bitch to hold the key, and then you can't even touch your dick at that point. As much as I hate Bill O'Reilly, I kind of miss him being on Fox News. Man, I agree. Bring Bill O'Reilly back. He was always good for a laugh, dude. What happens when you get a hard on one of those? Does it break or does your dick break? Neither of those things happens. You just have a very uncomfortable hard on because it's bent in a weird way. It just hurts. I'm not speaking from personal experience. I don't do it, but it's not my thing. But I've definitely seen it done and know a little bit about it. Marilyn Manson's interview with Bill O'Reilly is awesome. Yeah, it is. You know, of all the people he's had on, I don't think anyone's ever outclassed him as much as Manson did, which is great. Since Letterman retired, Tucker Carlson is the funniest guy on TV. Yeah, it's just too bad it's not intentional. Yeah, that was the great thing, is that you know, Manson's this, you know, he's like, Manson's in full regalia, like basically dressed in stage gear. Bill O'Reilly is this, you know, bloated conservative piece of shit. And he keeps trying to get Manson, and Manson's just outsmarting him at every fucking turn, and it's just beautiful. Mayo and fries shall dominate the world. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how good mayo is with fries, but it is. Favorite Josie and the Pussycat song? The only one I know is the intro song. Josie and the Pussycats, some ears for hats. That's all I know. Mayo and corn dogs is dope too. Damn, I'm gonna try that. How was the pizza last night? Any good? Nah, it was just mediocre shit pizza. But, you know, whatever. Pizza's always kind of good, even if it sucks. Time to finish off the chocolate milk, man. Time to finish it the fuck off. Mayo is nasty. Fuck you. Fucking millennials. Of which I guess I technically am one. Yeah, let's see. There's 220 calories per serving. And there's 8 servings per container. So someone do the math on that real quick. 220 times 8. I'd do it myself, but I'm a retard. 1,760 calories. And that's just from my chocolate milk consumption today. That's like some people's daily allowance of calories. And that's not even close to all I've consumed today. Not even close. I had some Oreos earlier. What else did I eat today? I ate 2 McDonald's cheeseburgers. I ate like a little gas station fucking Lunchable kind of thing, but like a fancy Lunchable. One of those new fancy Lunchables they got. And what else did I eat? I ate some ravioli in butter. I ate some Pringles. I had a shit ton of Red Bulls. What else did I eat? I feel like that might be it. Fancy Lunchable is an oxymoron. I mean, fancy is a relativistic term in this sense. It's fancy relative to a normal Lunchable. What flavor of Pringles? Pizza flavor. So I don't know how many calories that would be overall. Yeah, probably like 5,000 or something. But mostly the chocolate milk. Mmm. God damn, son of a bitch. That's some good ass shit right there. Yeah, I need to improve my diet. Did you have any gay crushes in high school, TJ? What age range are millennials technically? I don't know. I think it's like anyone born after, like, between 1982. I don't know. Look it up. I'm not Google. '82 to 2000. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm hearing conflicting ideas here, but that basic range is about right from what I understand. Goddamn baby boomers and their tapioca suspenders. Fucking pieces of shit. Gas the boomers, gas the boomers, gas the boomers until they dead. Yeah, boomers were pretty bad. Fuck them. Tapioca is delicious. Are you going to vote for Elizabeth Warren? I don't know. 30-year-old Fortnite boomers. Whoa. Millennials are 81 to 97. Well, that's like the 12th different opinion I've heard tonight, so. We get it, you're racist, shut up. What? What'd I say that was racist? I didn't even say anything racist. At my church, the pastor doesn't start a door-to-door evangelist program. What? I refuse to vote for anyone but myself. Cool. I like your style. Did you watch Empire Files video on what? Oh, well, whatever. Nobody really shits on Generation X, I noticed. They used to. They used to be the big generation everyone loved to shit on. I think they got control of the media, so now no one shits on them anymore. Well, I've been doing this about 2 hours. It's probably time to chill on it and fucking watch some TV or something. Damn, Nova, you've been fucking loving that light tonight. I'm gonna have to turn it off. It's been on for a while. It's time for you to go night-night. See that shit? She's like, fuck you. What the hell? Yeah, I'll see you faggots later.